Hello.
Is anybody out there?
Hello,
Anybody?
friends.
Flying Fox is on a bus. He's on a bus.
Sounds like a poem or something.
Flying Fox is on a bus?
Mm-hmm. Nursery rhyme.
Hello, everybody. I feel like I'm looking at the wrong place here. Anyway, can you hear us?
Is the audio okay?
You're supposed to yell louder.
I don't yell.
You don't yell?
No, I whisper.
Hello. Yeah. All right. So today is Arcane Update 3.0 day. Well, tomorrow is Arcane Update 3.0 day. Today is the preview of Arcane Update 3.0.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, someone's in the chat. So we're going to go over all the changes that are coming tomorrow in the update. We're also going to maybe tease a little bit about what's coming next and hopefully answer some questions if you have them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you have already played a lot of this stuff if you've already played the beta, which went out last week. Thank you to everyone who participated in the beta. We got a lot of feedback, and we made some changes, especially to the Drifter, which is the new class, which you may have noticed the key art. Let's go to that real quick. Sweet, sweet key art. Look at that.
I love that.
This is the Drifter. He is a galactic wanderer. Has pierced the veil. Is now selectable in battle. So let's jump into the game here. So we're gonna do things a little different this week. Our green screen is kind of in flux because we have a lot of events coming up. So stay tuned for information on that. But we have a lot of events coming up, so we've been messing around with the green screen a lot. So we're gonna just show the gameplay and then cut between us. We may pop us up in the corner if you care to see us. Hey, Jeremy's here. Same hoodie. That's kind of weird.
Who, me?
The exact same hoodie, like the exact same
Probably.
one. That,
Probably.
Are you in there?
This is like my favorite hoodie right now. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't know we wear the same shirt.
It's super comfy. Aw, twinsies.
That's what happens when you work in a game company. You walk around and everybody is wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Shout out to Beast. Beast is actually, he's not at his desk. He sits right there.
Oh, is that Beast? Is that a nickname I don't know of?
It's a long story.
Mm.
You're new. You're fairly new. All right. So, the Drifter. That's the newest class. Let's jump to the game here. So, we're in the apartment, and there's a mouse over the screen. I think we need to fix that. What kind of operation are we running here, Thomas? So the Drifter is selectable. Where you at? Let's pick him up. Take a look at him. It's pretty sweet. And with the new class comes all the new achievements and progression, as you can see. You get the new titles. You get the new achievements. That's pretty awesome. So we're going to get into him in a little bit, but let's look at some other new stuff that we got coming. We got another artifact that we've introduced called the Burner. First of all, how is the audio level? Does the game sound too loud? Hopefully not. Well, if it does, let us know. So here's the Burner, which is a sweet old school cell phone. Some of you may not know what that is, but Thomas, I'm looking at you.
I know what that is. The flip phone with the antenna. That was definitely my first phone.
So this guy, we're gonna show him off as well. But this guy, you dial the phone number, and it'll bring a demonic alloy, not alloy. Ally.
Yes.
I'm playing too much Horizon apparently. To help you in the battle. Mm-hmm. So that's what that artifact does, and we'll show it off in a little bit. So we have the Drifter, we have the Burner, but we've also added some awesome vanity items. So let's go on upstairs to the bedroom. The celestial mirror. There he is. There's Marcus. You can't tell because he's a Drifter. Yeah, there you go. So let's take a look at the skins. So here's some new skins for each class. As you can see, here's the Anarchist. Here's some different skins. As you change him, oh, that's a cool one. As you change him, you see in the mirror what it's going to look like. So you set it back down, do a little dance. Let's take a look at some of the other ones, like TK. We call it TK. It's Kineticist. We have too many internal names. Let's look at the Kineticist. There's some really cool skins. That's the normal skin, I think.
Yeah,
right?
that's the default. Yeah.
There we go. I love the little dances he's doing. Oh, you went with auras. So skins and auras. So you can change your aura as well. So look at the behind the drifter. You see that? Pick up another one and change it and see what happens. See? Pretty cool.
It's awesome.
So a lot more personal settings in the game now. On top of the class skins and auras, you can also change your hands. There's the blackjack. So some of the hand options we have right now, skeleton hands, those are pretty cool. And the wraps, is that the wraps?
That's like demon hands.
Oh, the demon hands, that's right.
The wraps with the drifter.
Yeah. So that's the other addition to the Sanctum now, is the Celestial Mirror and the bedroom. Take a look at the bedroom. Did you make your bed today? No, you did not make your bed. Come on, Marcus. All right, let's go back downstairs and take a look at another new feature that we've added to help you. Because the new class has new gestures, or at least one new gesture, we've decided to add a new training mode. So every class now has its own training. So as you can see, when you pick up the orb, you can now select training. So let's enter training for the drifter. Then you set that down. Here we go. This is our new training area. So if it's your first time playing or your first time playing a new class, working mirrors. Were the mirrors working in the beta? They may not have been.
I'm not sure. I thought they were.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff, if you played the beta, some of this stuff is actually different because it was not finished by the time we got in there. So here we go. Here's the drifter. Let's show off his new attack. It's the slingshot. As you can see, it works like a slingshot.
Mm-hmm.
It actually does a lot of damage. It does more damage when you charge it up. And you can quick fire it too if you wanted to. See? Doesn't do as much damage, but still functional. So the next thing that's cool about the drifter is his shield, which his shield is actually different than any other shield in the game in that it can see the future. If you look through his shield at your opponent's pedestals, you can see embers before they actually show up, or your pedestals as well.
Right.
Which is handy if you're going for battlefield management and you want to either get ready to take out the ember before they see it, or we'll show you in a second, he also has a special ability that is made for this situation. So once you get to that pose, see, here's where the embers, you can see where they're going to spawn. There you go. See the timer? And there it is. You can smash it.
There's no actual timer. It's just telling you the location of the shard spawn, and but it doesn't tell you the actual timing of it. So you still have to kind of feel that part of it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas has played a little bit more than I have with the drifter, so. So yeah, this is basically the same for every class. The only difference is the abilities are different and the gestures are different. So the arena that you're in right now for training is the same for every class. And it'll teach you the basics, it'll teach you the gestures. So I know we do the tutorial in the beginning of the game for the newcomers. However, we decided to go a little step further because, you know, some people do want to try out new classes without jumping into ranked.
Mm-hmm.
Does it do more damage than it did in the beta? You're talking about the slingshot, right? Does the slingshot do more damage?
It's a hard one to answer. I believe so.
I think we did amp it up a little bit.
I believe so, yeah.
I guess it depends on which beta, because we did update the beta last week, and it did do more damage. So I believe the current state of the drifter slingshot does more damage than the original beta.
Right. But not the latest beta, I believe. But I could be wrong about that.
So we're doing, what are we doing here? Some gestures. Is this the trap?
You know, he's doing the volley.
So this is the volley. So the drifter, some of you, if you followed us along for quite a while, you may have seen these crows early on in our original reveal video. And then they disappeared. So you're like, where'd they go? Well, here they are. They're back. The crows are back. They're called vermin, and it is the volley gesture for the drifter. So it'll track the opponent, as you can tell. And you can shoot off one, or all of them, or 3 of them. And you can see it does track the opponent. So if you shoot off one and the guy moves, you can shoot off the rest of them, and it'll go to where he moves to.
Right, yeah. It'll track them for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Within reason. You don't want to just sit there with the crows. And the vermin, excuse me. And because crows are vermin, let's face it. So here's the new gesture. So basically, it's hard to show right here, but essentially he's going to lift up with his hands at his side. And what this will do is put a trap up on the pedestal right there. And if you hold it longer, you can do a fully charged versus a non-fully charged, which does more damage. And then if your opponent teleports to that pedestal, or if you do it on the pedestal they're on, they will, take damage. So the key is that you look for where their embers are going to form, put a trap there right before the ember's about to form. When they go to teleport to the ember, boom, they get hit by a trap.
Right.
Or you could put a trap or 2 on the battlefield and try to get them to teleport into it by throwing the crows at them or something. Like, there's different things. And I know a lot of you who played the beta have already tried a lot of these strategies out. They are a little different now because we did change the functionality slightly of all the drifter abilities. So we would love to have you guys check it out tomorrow in the live game and let us know what you think about all the new tweaks. And of course, we're always listening. So if we need to balance anything or change anything, we will certainly look into that. Is this more of a primal class, or is this more of an ember class? I guess that's a good question. So you're saying, are you going to focus more on using your gestures or your primal abilities? I don't know. I feel like, well, the shield does show where the embers are, so you're going to be using that a lot.
Sure. Great.
The slingshot does do decent damage if you charge it up, and you get pretty good at shooting it. So I don't know.
I think it can be both.
Yeah.
It depends on your playstyle. It can accommodate both playstyles. I do think, like Tim's saying, that shield revealing the next shard spawn gives him an element of arena control. But you could use that arena control to do anything. To just pepper people with primal attacks, or to try to herd them into traps with crows and vermin and traps. Yeah, it is what you make it, really.
It is what you make it. It's what the Unspoken is. Okay, let's show off the shield here. The shield is kind of cool. It follows you, unlike most shields. Whereas like the TK, the kineticists and the anarchists stay in that location. The blackjack uses the other pedestals. This one will follow you as you teleport.
Right.
So there you go. You've done your first drifter training.
We did it.
We did it. Congratulations.
High five, stream.
We made it. Let's cut back to the apartment. So let's make sure we got the burner. We got the burner. We got the drifter. What else do you want? Let's do the Cthulhu. Okay. Perfect.
Got some good
All right.
synergies.
So we're gonna do a match here, and it's gonna be a little drifter on drifter. So we got Yancey over here, gonna be playing. Let's do a random arena because we've changed quite a few arenas. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit, but nothing major. So let's just do it random.
We actually did change random.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
So
we can talk about that.
let's talk about that. So random. A lot of you do friends matches. What we have done is, if you select random arena during a friends match and you rematch, so if you want to play multiple in a row, it will now do a new random arena every time you rematch.
Right.
It did not do that in the past. It will now do that. Yancey, shout out to Kansas State. You probably can't hear. Marcus doesn't like that one. Okay, so here we go. Let's take it slow for a little bit. So as you can see, yeah, let's show off you can see where the embers are gonna spawn. He's got a charge ready to go. It's gonna spawn now. Come on. There we go. Look at that. He timed it perfectly. That is another cool thing. You can hold the shield up and shoot at the same time.
Right.
Which brings us to segue. Shields 2.0. So in the beta, you may have noticed this. We're calling it Shields 2.0. We've changed all the shields in the game. They all look different.
Right.
And now they function slightly different. So there is a center point and a outer ring, basically, I guess, for lack of a better term. And you can now, if you hit it precisely on the center, you can redirect the shot. I don't know if you would describe that a little bit better than I did.
If you block a shot directly dead center on most of the new shields, it will reflect that shot back at the point of origin.
Yeah.
That does not apply to the kineticist. The kineticist cannot reflect at all, but every other shield works like that.
And on top of that, your shield won't break down like it used to.
Right.
Just holding it up won't break it down.
Right. Yeah, so now the shields will only degrade from damage.
So as you can see, his shield, he's got nothing left. He's got a little teeny bit left. He's trying to look for an ember. Let's show off the trap shard. Trap ember, what are we calling it? What's the official term? They're embers. There we go. So now, Yancey, if you teleport to that pedestal where the fake ember is, watch what happens. Boom! Look at that damage. Now the key is timing here, because it does take a little bit to go off, and we're gonna see how that goes. But the key is timing it properly so that they don't have a chance to counter it.
Right. The trap does look different.
Well, yeah, we'll show it off. Yancey, why don't you throw a trap shard to Marcus?
So yeah, the trap will look different to Marcus. So there's a trap there. You can't. Oh, he has.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is. So if you look closely, you can kind of see a outline of like a trap and some like broken mirror shards. But that's all you see as the opponent if somebody casts a trap.
So now teleport on it. And now you see it, and boom.
Explodes.
You do have a brief second to try to counter it, which I know some of you may be fast enough to do, which is why timing comes into play, or misdirection comes into play. If you misdirect them and they don't notice that they just teleported on top of it.
Comboing it.
Yeah, comboing it. So we can talk about this because we're on Lockport Bridge. We've also improved Lockport performance on low settings. I know some of you have complained on low, having some frame rate issues on this particular arena. So we've done a pass on performance for the low settings. I forget which exact cards. I think it's more for the i5 processors.
Yes. It is.
So there's the shield. As you can see, as he moves, it moves with him, which is great for setting things up.
The shield also can obscure you. If you fully charge the shield, the opponent won't be able to see through it. As opposed to the minimum charge, the opponent will be able to see through it.
Yeah.
So you can also use that shield to cast your trap. So it obscures you, and then the opponent doesn't know what you're doing, and then you cast a trap somewhere, and you can just be sneaky like that. It's
Yeah.
a really interesting synergy.
Yeah. As you can see, Yancey did not do a full charge, so you could see through it. If he does a full charge, let's see if he can get one off. Oh, he didn't. That's all right. So let's show off the burner. We haven't shown the burner yet. So he grabs the cell phone. not quite a Zach Morris phone, but it's an error after that. So you dial the demon number. Let's see here. There it is. Deed, deed, deed. And here comes your ally. There he is. As you can see, he throws fireballs.
Green fireball.
Green fireballs, so that you know the difference between those and your fireballs if you happen to be the anarchist.
They look super cool.
And as you can see, there's an allegiance indicator on his head because Yancey can also cast one if he wanted to. Maybe he is. It looks like he's kind of hunched over, dialing. Is he dialing? There it is. So now we have 2 demonic allies. Did we name that guy? We should name that guy. We may have named him internally.
Not sure.
Did we name him in the chat?
That's a good question for that.
Does that block all sound? Does what block all sound? The shield? I don't know. We'll wait for them. The chat's a little behind, so.
The answer is probably no. I'm not sure what they're asking.
So yeah, that's the basic rundown of the Drifter and the Burner. We hope to see, how you guys use it, and if we need to tweak anything, we're going to be listening. So obviously, always keep posting the Discord. If you're not a member of Discord, you should be. Post on Reddit. We're on Reddit. Tweet us.
Insomniac Games subreddit.
Yeah, there is an Insomniac Games subreddit now. It's a work in progress, but
For sure.
we have some awesome community members who have taken it over and are trying to make it something special. So go ahead and join that if you have not already. Demon Steve. I don't know about that one.
Demon Steve.
I think we can be better. Or Greg.
Demon Dave.
Old Greg. We do have an old Greg here. Don't tell him I said that. So let's go ahead and get to round 2. This has been a really long round. I know I told him to sandbag a little bit, but let's finish it off. Who's about to win? Looks like Yancey might actually win. Oh, he didn't.
I won.
You won. That's kind of weird. So, yeah, do you have any questions about the Drifter? I know a lot of you have already played it in the beta, so it's probably answered a lot of your questions when you played it in the beta. If there's anyone out there that has not played it in the beta yet, does anyone have a question? Anyone at all? Does old Greg have a question? No.
This arena's looks so pretty with all these spells going off.
Yeah.
Colors.
Yeah, if you don't play on high settings, you should. But I mean, I know that some of you don't have i7 or 980 graphics cards, but if you can, you should, because we've done some awesome stuff with this. See how the trap shard was coming up and he got out of the way real fast. However, he didn't dispel it, so he knows it's still there. And Yancey's holding his own, huh? Well, I say that, and then he takes a bunch of damage.
Well, that was an interesting use with the trap shard. Marcus cast Cthulhu, and then cast the trap on where his opponent was standing, forcing his opponent to either choose between taking the damage of the trap or teleporting onto the Cthulhu. So that's just one small example of the options that trap brings to the game. Really fun class. Really fun to play.
Yeah, we're excited to see how it fits in the overall meta. I'd like to see some drifters get up there. I'd also like to see some anarchists get up there. Thomas thinks this is the best class now. That's what he said.
I did say that.
So I'm looking at you, community. Well, you can't see, but I am looking at you. We'll do that again. Ready? Where's the camera? I'm looking at you, community. Make the drifter the best class. So while we get into another match, you guys can hold off for a second. We're going to talk about a little bit more about the changes that came with this next update. So the arenas, we've normalized the large object spawns for TK across all arenas. Mm-hmm. We adjusted Elmhurst Avenue, so now that the fire escape pillar comes up during the round 1 instead of round 2.
Right.
We've improved performance settings in Astor Garden and Lockport Bridge. And I believe that's it with the arenas.
Yep.
In terms of balance tweaks for the classes, Pyrotechnics got another update. Multiple fireworks volleys leave the same safe pillar now. So now if you throw 2 in a row, you're still going to have the same spot. Increased cast time to fall in line with the cast times of the other volley spells. So they're pretty much even across the board now.
Right.
We also reduced the number of large object spawns for kineticist if there's only 1 kineticist in the match.
Right.
So if there's 2, you still get more spawns, obviously, because there's 2 of you.
Right.
Disc of Blades, we've adjusted the disc to persist after colliding with TK objects. I know that's been a topic of discussion. We'll see how that one goes. But that's the way it was supposed to work before. We didn't actually change that. We just fixed the bug. The wild card, we increased cast time again to fall in line with the other volley spells. We are also looking at other potential blackjack tweaks. But we'll see. We're gonna take a look at everything once it goes live and see how it goes. Infernal Contract, which was a new artifact last time, we have taken the health penalty and reduced it. I know some of you originally thought it was a little OP for the Infernal Contract, but our statistics showed that actually it was the worst artifact in the game in terms of win percentage.
Really surprising.
Yeah. So we went ahead and I guess buffed it, technically.
Yeah.
So you lose less health if you use it. Overall progression has changed a lot because we have vanity items now. That's all tied to progression. If you've already progressed in the game, you will unlock most of that stuff already. If you're new to the game and you need to progress, you'll see the new progression system. And Embers, we've lowered the spawn time for Embers in round 3 so they happen faster.
Right.
The other thing we'll show you in a second is the post-match UI has been updated with a lot of quality of life improvements. There's a ton of new stuff there to check out, so you can see a lot more of what's going on. Any news on spectator mode? We don't have any plans right now to have a public spectator mode. What we're doing is we've added the UI to the screen, and we're looking at ways to have better resolution output for spectator mode. We are going to be using it at a couple events, as we said earlier, coming up, so stay tuned for those, and you'll be able to see our spectator mode, and hopefully at some point this year we will have it in a place where people can use it publicly. But right now it is just for internal uses. So let's get back into the match here. Here we go. Oh, we're still in the post-match, aren't we? Look at that. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the new UI. So.
Hey, looks so pretty.
Yeah. So there's a lot more information here, as you can tell. You have your ranks. You have the spells that you used. You have the damage. Yeah. Who won what match? How much health they had left? I mean, that was all there, but we've just modified it. So yeah, and you can see your progression towards each achievement.
Right.
See,
so
that's what the little dots are and all the bars.
It's gonna help you know when you're gonna unlock the next vanity item, for example.
Yeah. So that's the new post-match screen. I think it looks awesome. So why don't we rematch here? Because you guys did a random arena anyway, right? So Here we go.
It could be on the same arena because random is random.
It is random, but hey, look at that new arena. There you go. That's how you show off a new feature, if I might say so myself. So Thomas, why don't you take us through the match here, and I'll look at the stream.
All right. So we're just trading primals back and forth. Looks like Marcus just collected a shard. He's casting a trap right now on Yancey's home. Oh, Yancey. Oh, he didn't actually cast it. Would have been a perfect time to cast it because Yancey teleported there, but he did not get it off in time. Marcus is casting Cthulhu. He's going to try to herd Yancey into his trap. Yancey is teleported on Cthulhu. Now Marcus is going to destroy Yancey's shard, giving him a shard advantage. And he spears Yancey, getting a large health advantage.
They're called embers.
That's right, embers.
We call them shards. Shards was the original intro term.
I gotta get that out of my head. Embers.
Embers. Just like we say TK versus kineticist. It's kineticist.
Now Marcus is casting the crows. He's going to try and just do some damage, I think. I don't think he's trying to herd anywhere. He's killing the thief. Or the clock to him, I'm sorry.
Is Marcus's favorite band casting crows?
We can only count them.
That was a bad joke.
It was a really bad joke.
Laugh at me, stream. Laugh at me.
Laugh in spite of me. Alright, so Yancey just shielded Marcus's vermin volley.
But you notice how he's kept the volley up for quite a while. He was like doing bits and pieces at once.
Right.
Know?
Oh, that's a really great way to do it.
Yeah. You just throw off a couple birds. You attack, attack, attack. Throw off a couple more. Attack, attack, attack. See someone. Well, Lieutenant Dastardly, I won't say the rest, laughed at me.
Not with you.
That doesn't matter. So a laugh is a laugh.
Okay.
Ha 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 means the same both ways.
That's true. It's a great philosophy.
Yeah, see, Jeremy knows what I'm talking about. And he's a comedian. I know everyone's a comedian, but he really is.
Alright, so Marcus just cast the burner. And we've got a burner on burner fight going down in the middle of the arena.
It's a hot one.
It's spicy. It's spicy.
Oh, we're so bad right now. Are the burners still alive?
I think one died. I believe Marcus's died. No, Marcus's is still alive. Yancey's died.
That's sad.
Some primal trading going on right now.
Yeah, Marcus is mastered the whole hold the shield, shoot the slingshot thing here.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't even know, so I'm gonna have to try that.
It takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that when I beat all you guys later.
No, that's a good joke.
Yeah, I know. I'm not very good.
Alright. Marcus takes the victory.
Did you know crows' caws have different accents depending on the area of the world you live in? I did not. So there's like British crows?
They're amazing animals,
But
honestly.
But there are vermin though. Does does like a British crow have a different caw than like an Irish crow?
I think that's what he's saying.
I just want to know like how many regions we're talking. Like,
right.
You know.
Yeah, is it just
it just Europe or is it just like?
Are we talking hemispheres or does a crow from Georgia sound different than a crow from North Carolina?
Well, you gotta go higher than that. Georgia,
Well, that's what
the South versus New York. Do they have New York accents?
Yeah.
The New York crows? That'd be awesome.
All right. So we are in another match. Let's see if Yancey can
I got a question for the
put up a win here.
country to country-ish. Country to country-ish. How many people are in the stream right now? We should, is there any requests for, does anyone not have a signed poster? because we could give away some signed posters. I think I had some left. I got a couple. If you would like one and don't have one, if you already have one, please do not say anything. But if you would like one and don't have one, let me know in the chat right now.
Telling Twitch what you don't want them to do.
Well, I know some of these people already have them, so
Yeah.
so I'm looking at you, people who already have them. See? Flying Fox is trying to be sneaky.
You have vanquished your enemy.
I don't have that many, that's why. And you know, we're trying to get some drifter ones made, but they haven't been made yet. So as soon as I can get some drifter ones, we'll get them made.
Nice. He does not have one.
Well, you don't need VR equipment to rock an Unspoken poster, you know? I mean, you do need VR equipment eventually. Just saying. I know you're a PS4 guy, but couldn't hurt to get a nice PC in the Rift. Okay, so VR Night, Garcia, Jeremy, 3. Send us a message if you can with your contact information, your mailing address.
Mark's just got fooled by a trap.
A Twitch message is fine if you know how to do that.
I think Marcus is trying to scope out Yancey's next Ember spawn. Think about that for a second.
Ember spawn. Shard spawn.
Oh, it looks like they're fighting over the arena summon. Try to get the Wraith into this fight. Marcus just sacrificed an object spell to get the arena summon. See if it pays off for him.
I love the speed at which these matches happen. Now, granted, you know, I wouldn't put. Sorry about this, but I wouldn't put Yancey on the same level as Marcus. However, I feel like they're still, you know, the matches are still going really nicely here. It's not like straight up domination. Although I'm sure Marcus would think otherwise.
Yancey's a decent player.
Yeah. He is, that's true.
Marcus is probably the best in the office.
You say that. Didn't he also beat the last best in the office before the last best in the office left?
I mean, he was regularly beaten once. He was quote-unquote best in the office.
He who shall not be named.
Yes.
Awesome. So Marcus won again.
See the
Well-
post-match UI pop up.
Yeah. Do a little dance, Yancey. I want to see you on camera. Yes. You know what? You know what, guys? You still have not sent us your dance videos. I think like
Oh,
when was that? Like 3 or 4 streams ago?
yeah, it was a bit,
I said,
at least
show
2
me,
months.
you know, and I'll give you some stuff. And no one sent us anything. I need to see some dance videos.
So what's the challenge again? Let's put it out there.
Send us your best dance videos and we'll pick our favorite.
Okay. Where? Twitter?
Twitter, at Insomniac Games, at the Unspoken VR. You could put them in Discord, I suppose, as long as you mention us. You can put them on Reddit, put them on the Insomniac /Insomniac Games.
Mm-hmm.
You could try Facebook, but it's a little harder to submit videos via Facebook. But if you can get one submitted, we'll watch it there too. But yeah, we'll look at them. You can just put them on YouTube and send us the YouTube link, or if you want to send us the file, great. But it'd be better if it was on a streaming service already.
Extarsia says can't see ourselves. That's why you haven't gotten a video. That's a fair point. But
Yeah,
now, with
But
with a celestial mirror.
Yes, let's go to it.
Have no
Go.
excuse.
Let's go to the mirror. Oh, they're in a match. We're gonna go to a match. I lied. After this, we'll go to the mirror. But yeah, with the mirror, you can now dance in front of the mirror.
Like no one's
So
watching.
you have no more excuse until this update. So you can dance with yourself in the dark. Can't dance in the streets or the rain, but
Partially there.
yeah, well, the dance video, I forget when that was. That was like,
I think that was our first stream.
yeah, it was like our first one when we were on the couch.
Yeah, because he who shall not be named was there.
Yeah. And I put a challenge out to everybody. And said challenge went unnoticed. But we do have some stuff to give away. You know, we can scrounge something up.
You have vanquished
I'll
your
take something
enemy.
off Thomas's desk or something like that. And then we'll send it to the person we like the most. Plus, we'll share them all. You know, regardless, we'll share them. So dance videos. That's what we should have done. We should have just, you know, we need like a dancing mini game.
Like dance off.
Yeah, like a tiebreaker. Like if you both come down to the same amount of health, the winner has to dance in front of
Like if
Phaedra, and she like does the thumbs up or thumbs down based on.
I like that. Like give that arena.
See, here's the mirror. He's gonna dance. See?
Oh.
Yeah. We need some music here.
All right, that's all I got.
Yeah. That was pretty bad. that was pretty bad. So, any other questions about the actual update? And then we'll talk a little bit about what's to come in the next update. What you got? Oh, we got this sweet new banner behind us. I don't know if you saw that. Thanks to our friends at Intel.
Isn't that cool?
Right there.
I love it.
Oh, actually, you can't even see.
We can kind of see it. Yeah,
Oh, man, it's too
I
tall.
see it. Oh,
It says the Unspoken.
it's also got some logos at the bottom that I'm in front of. Oh, what do cameras? How do they work? Logos.
You can't, with controllers in your hand, that is an excuse, as we would call it. You can't dance with controllers in your hand. You have to, because you got to move your hands.
Yes, you can.
You can, like, Vogue.
I do that every day. I really do. I dance with controllers in my hands in VR.
Thomas
Every day.
sometimes just brings the controllers around the office and dances.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So any other questions about the official stance on TK blocking gestures with his primals? It was a bug. That was the official stance. It shouldn't have been that way. However, we are going to look into it more because we want to make sure that it is fair. That is our official stance. Hey, see? Starcia knows exactly. He just repeated everything I just said in chat. All right, so let's move on to Arcane Update 4.0, shall we?
All right.
So as you know, we've been doing, monthly updates, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Last stream, I believe we teased a new mode. That mode, we teased it because it was supposed to go into this update.
Mm-hmm.
However, we wanted to cook it a little more, leave it in the oven for a little longer. It's not quite ready, so we moved it to the next update. So with the next update, we should have, assuming it's all good to go, we should have a new mode. We also have a really awesome new arena. We'll try to tease that maybe a little more as we get closer. I don't believe I've teased it at all. Have we?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. Well, now we have. So
Super cool.
there's a really cool new arena.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming. And what else? What am I missing? Oh, okay. So we talked about this in Discord. Let me move a little closer to the camera. We talked about this in Discord. Leaderboards being reset. We have seasons coming. That too is not quite ready. So we're going to push it just a little bit longer. It was going to come soon. It's now going to come soon still, but just a little bit more into the future. Probably closer to the next update. So I'm sorry about that, but we have to make sure everything's good to go before it goes out. So we have the leaderboards being reset, which would signal the start of a new season. We have a new arena and the new mode. On top of, this update, the new class, the new artifact, the Celestial Mirror, which is vanity items, Primal Shields 2.0, the new training, on top of Lockport Bridge, which you've already, the Dark Tag, Infernal Contract. Man, we've released a lot of stuff already.
Oh, yeah.
All the
Plug
balance
away.
and tuning fixes. You need to update twice a week. I wish. But that's not all. 4.0 is not the final update, as you well know. We're planning on supporting throughout the year. So we have a lot of other stuff planned. In fact, we probably remember another class that we teased that also got pushed back a little bit. So that's why that one didn't come out. But it's still coming, trust me. And it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have more classes coming, more modes coming, more features. With the new class will be new vanity items. Maybe we'll get some more not skins, but hands. That'd be awesome. I don't know. I can't promise it. What's the name of the new mode? Ha! Can't say it yet. I won't say. Mainly because I don't want to change at the last minute, and then you're going to hold me to it. When it's ready to go, we will talk about the new mode. But it is pretty fun, as Thomas would say.
Is that what I would say?
That's what you would say, because you say things are fun or not fun a lot. You're like the fun police.
Am I the fun police?
Yeah, basically. What else we got? Anything else? I think we covered everything, right?
Yeah, I think we hit everything.
I'm gonna just go through my list one more time to make sure.
Any questions?
Yes, questions, comments, concerns,
Free stuff you want to give us?
free stuff. Oh yeah, the posters. So remember, if you are still there and you do not have a poster, send us a message with your email and your address and maybe what class you want, because let's see here.
Can't guarantee you that we have all the classes, probably, though we might.
We have TK.
Is that all we have?
No.
Oh.
We have all of them, but not many of all of them. Blackjack. That's what she does. That's the sound she makes.
That's exactly the sound she makes.
And then,
And the anarchist looks similar to that.
well, yeah, it's this.
It's close.
Close
a little
enough.
bit different.
Close enough.
Same.
So, yeah, hit us up with the with which one you want, and if we have it, if not, we'll do like first come first serve based on the timestamp.
Yeah, just to solidify that, if you want a signed poster, send a Twitch message to
Insomniac Games.
Insomniac Games with your email address and your mailing address and the class you would like.
If you don't have one already.
If you don't have one already.
Flying Fox.
All right.
New mode. Yes, there's a new mode coming. Not with this update, but the next update. Voice activated for new users. Yeah, that's something we're still discussing.
Yeah.
It's
lot
a
of
tough.
discussions.
Yeah, it's as I believe someone said in the chat, it's a catch-22.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, we want you guys to teach new users. At the same time, we don't want other people to turn away new users just because of the chat.
Right.
So we'll figure that out. We'll see how it goes. Anything else besides anime cat paws?
Anime cat paws.
Yeah, they need big anime cat paws. I'm not quite sure what that would entail, but we'll consider it. We'll pass that information
I
along.
like that idea.
I'll pass that along,
I like that idea.
and we'll see what happens.
That sounds adorable.
Adorable. Okay, so without further ado, thanks for joining us today. you know, it was cool hanging out with you. Hope you enjoyed the new update. It comes out tomorrow, probably 10 a.m. Eastern-ish. We'll tweet and post in Discord and all that when we're ready to go. And then, yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you online. We'll have more Play with Dev stuff, probably in a blog. Starting tomorrow, you'll have some times where you can play with us. Stay tuned for some awesome events that are coming up, and you'll find out more about that really soon. Stay tuned for seasons, which are coming with the next update. Stay tuned for a new map, which we will tease. And then, yeah, thanks for joining us. We're going to leave you with the new Drifter video. So check it out. It's pretty awesome.
Thanks to Yancey and Marcus for their help.
Yes, thank you.